of this process. Okay, any questions on that? How to answer that? You've kind of already answered this a couple of times already.
I did.
Well, I mean, it's liquid water. The water doesn't necessarily boil, but it
It evaporating.
evaporates, yeah. And so that's the name of this process. Did you feel like you have enough to sort of describe what's happening?
Yeah, the evaporations where like the water is getting evaporated by the sun, which basically it's just invisible steam.
Okay, I like all those words.
All right, here's what I wrote.
Okay. All right. So I think that actually is everything.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Now, when I look back at what has not been done, there was this like requirement to add in the let's start at the beginning, the procedure. You're missing the procedure for this. We could work on that now if you've already done it. If you haven't done it, you will need to kind of add in the procedure in your own word. Just to make sure that that is, yeah. So you need to add in, that's where it says here, the procedure, and you have to add in your pictures. The results section require you to add in your times and the temperatures, time and temperatures, and then we were supposed to add in a heating curve. If you have those, we can look at them now. If not, we can certainly do them later.
Uh, we can look at it later.
Okay. Don't forget the pictures. That's important. I believe we did everything in section 4. I think I sort of said that this were the expected answers that you would have here. So, all right, we will close that out. Let's go back to your course here. All right, so you said you had some feedback. Kind of as always, I got to close out some of these things here. All right, so English, is that where you want us to go?
Yeah, we can
All
just do
right,
some revisions.
we'll see what's going on here. So
They're
lesson,
this teacher is extremely picky. I had to message my guidance counselor about this as well because I was going nowhere.
um,
Just- Yeah.
I would, I would just tell her that you're happy with you're happy with your thesis. I mean, and like she's sort of saying, yes, it looks perfect now. Any questions about your thesis? Just one sentence. I mean, she's sort of suggesting it should be longer. It was longer, and then she said it should only be one sentence. Um, somewhere down here, I remember her saying that. See, did you have any questions about making your thesis into one sentence? And now she's
Yeah.
saying, any questions about your making thesis just one sentence?
I don't know why she wants it one sentence though.
Well, it is one sentence.
Yeah. So I don't understand why she's asking me that still.
Uh,
Does
I don't know.
does she
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would create a message that says I am ready to move forward on my essay.
all right.
Okay.
There's no essay in this like lesson for lesson 3. There's no essay at all. There is just
Sure.
like
But you could just say I don't have any questions at this time.
all
All
right.
right, lesson 5, apostrophe, missing comma. Number 2, look for a couple of spots the passage didn't come through. Proofread, missing comma, make sure to italicize the book title. So if you're just copying and pasting, not providing a document, they're going to miss some of the formatting, which would be the issue here.
Mm-hmm.
You can upload files, which is what I would do. I would upload a file in the future. But that is at your discretion. So let's try to fix these one at a time. This was also related to maybe considering getting a Grammarly account, which I think would fix a lot of these issues. Uh, lesson notes 5. Right. Okay. So let's go and look at that. All right. So the word that she says for part 1, number 1, there's a transmission error, some punctuation that needs to be replaced with an apostrophe, and in the same sentence, a missing comma before a coordinating conjunction. It's like a puzzle here. He demonstrates that Lionelcher is a part of a gang, comma, and is also likely trying to cover up evidence that she has done the murder since her shirt is tightly buttoned up. I don't see, though, an apostrophe. So apostrophes are for ownership. It would be like Ivana's Gates. That would be an apostrophe situation.
You see?
Uh, could also be from a conjunction, like isn't. Um, If she is rich, she could have bought a new pair of shoes. Now there is a repeated sentence here. I'm just reading this over and over again. I don't know. I guess right here, comma, that could be where it is. Well, she seems rich. She isn't wearing the latest style for that suit, comma, and her shoes have water stains, which is strange because if she's rich, so I think that's what that's where they are looking for it. A Grammarly would have rewritten this in such a way that it would have avoided that awkwardness.
Yeah.
For number two, look for a couple of spots where apostrophes didn't come through. Oh boy. Um, Member of the Stouts because she was wearing an orange shirt and all Stout members. So I think uh members where the murder might have been in the Stouts where orange was only a puddle on the eye the victim was lying in. Agatha has puddle stains all over her shoes. Or it rained that day. Agatha's shoes could have been worn out. I'm still just not seeing anything else here. I mean, like I said, there's awkwardnesses in this. I mean, there could be a comma there, there could be a comma there. It actually says to remove that one. Um, let's see, let me read it one more time. It says that for number two, look for a couple of spots where apostrophes didn't come through. Murder might have been in the Stouts. Just wanted to wear orange. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. So you may have to go back on that number two and just say, you rewrote it. You feel like it's good. For number five in the third sentence, okay. Sentence one, okay. I also think she is lying about the murderer being a gang member and why did she step out of the alley to call the police? Um, Weird with a question mark. Replace. All right. So okay, so she's saying, I also think she's lying about the murderer being a gang member, comma. And then you're asking a question, this next part, and why did she step, which is a step, not stepped out, why did she step out of the alley to call the police? Actually, I think we can change this to why she stepped out of the alley. Actually, no, that's not a question then. Why did she step out? Okay. Okay. That looks okay now. For this one right here, see how it's the shining is highlighted right here, or it's
Yeah.
it's in italics. When you
Hmm.
copy and paste in there, it's not. So you'd have to edit it in the text editor when you submit.
Got it.
Okay. Again, it would always be a good idea to take the files that I send you, copy them into your own document. Don't just rename them because they'll have my authorship on there. That would be just a recommendation.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, so the only thing I don't feel like we did is this one. I'm not really sure what she's talking about. I didn't see anything. Um, did you get any feedback from your counselor? Your counselor's going to talk to the teacher, or what's the plan?
Um, she hasn't responded to me yet, but if my counselor does respond, I think she'll likely tell me either to relook at my work again or just message my teacher saying to just give me my grade.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to actually say is the second thing is like I think at some point you just say you can grade it as is. Um, all right, because the thing that looks bad is like it looks like you've only submitted 3 lessons, even though I think we're up to like lesson 8, 7 or 8. So that could be a problem here. Um, Physical science, are there any more revisions for that? No, you got your grades are there. You're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we just worked on. Okay. What would you like to do from here?
Hmm, I don't know actually.
Did you get any feedback on your English lesson number 8?
Um,
Oh,
I'm
we haven't
sorry, what?
submitted that. Okay,
Yeah, we
so
haven't
yeah,
submitted that because
okay.
lesson 7 is an essay. And we can work on that maybe. We worked on it last time.
Did you submit part 1?
No, I'm not allowed to submit newer lessons until I finish those revisions, which is really annoying because she's really picky.
Yeah, okay. So there's nothing you can do on English then until that's accepted. So I guess let's go to physical science. Let me just clear out some of these tabs. Um, and then let's go look at physical science. So all course lessons. All right. Did we've done 8? Have you submitted 8?
Nope, not yet. But yeah,
Is
we've done
8
it.
8 is not allowed to be submitted, or what's the issue with that?
It's because I have to right now finish the lab. When I finish everything with the lab today, I'm gonna submit it and then I'm gonna submit lesson 7 as well. And then tomorrow I'll submit lesson 8.
Okay. So lesson 9 is rates of chemical reactions. This is another lab.
Yeah,
Okay. So
which
were there questions that need to be answered?
um
No. Nope.
yeah, I think we already discussed what I was supposed to do for this lab already though.
Yes. All right. So lesson 10, I guess we can work on this if you would like.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Let me open up a new Word document. I'm gonna do something better this time. So this is physical science number 10. Is that right?
Yes.
Downloads. Science lecture 10. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, it says to define each of these terms. So the way to do that is you would say a homogeneous mixture is, and so on. Um, let's see if there's anything in your notes to help with that. There is absolutely nothing in there. Um, okay, could you go out to the internet and search for a homogeneous mixture? And typically they actually want you to have an example of this, which I'm really surprised that they don't have here.
It says here, from what I researched, it says, examples of this type of mixture include sand, oil, water, and chicken noodle soup. But I don't think that's right. Exam.
Okay, homogeneous means it's all the same.
Yeah.
So like water is water. It's all water. Did you just look up a definition for
Y
homogeneous?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mm,
what did you see for your definition of homogeneous?
It a homogeneous mixture is a gaseous, liquid, or solid mixture that has the same proportions of its components throughout a given sample. It
Okay.
is uniform in composition throughout.
Okay. I've suggested going to like the images. Sometimes that's a good way to figure out as well what it is. It's the same substance throughout.
Okay. I'm right now looking at some photos so maybe I can get a better example. Some of them say coffee, wine.
Yeah. Yep, those are all good
Yeah.
examples. So the example comes at the end. You want to say what you first started with, which is that it's the same throughout.
Yeah. I so in a hundred mixture is coffee. And here's what I wrote. I used the meaning and then gave an example.
All right. This looks yeah, that's fine. I mean that's probably too deep of an answer, but it's like the perfect textbook answer. Um, so to use your example, a heterogeneous mixture is when you take coffee and you add in cream and sugar. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is again kind of look up heterogeneous mixture and then use the example here. You can use coffee, cream, sugar, or you can make a new one up. The chicken noodle soup's a good one because it's got chicken in it, broth, and noodles.
Yeah, some other examples people say are is pizza and chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, that's fine. So could you come up with a sentence or two um, for that?
What?
Could you come
Mm,
up with a sentence for heterogeneous mixtures just like you did?
yeah. Let me first
For
write down the meaning and then I'll give an example.
okay.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's take a look. All right, really good. All right, so we've actually already done element, but you can go back and look if you need to go out to the internet. But the element are the single the single elements from the periodic table. They're all composed of the same atoms.
An element. Okay.
So maybe look that up on the internet if you're not sure.
Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Here's a definition for elements.
Good. Let's give an example of that. You just get your favorite element.
So like air, water, fire, like that stuff, or do you mean from
No,
the periodic table?
those are not elements. Those are elements come from the periodic table.
All right, let me just pull up the periodic table. 1 second. My favorite element is gold. Gold. All right, here's the meaning for compound.
Okay. All right. So can you give me an example of a compound?
Mm-hmm. I didn't know sugar was a compound.
Yep, that's fine. All right. So next, look up a pure substance.
Right, pure substance. All right, here we go.
Okay. Um, so let's be more specific. It could be a copper example, like copper wire. It takes like a shape or a form. Good.
Right.
How about a solution?
Okay, I just typed in one for solution.
All right. Sorry about that. I just grabbed this
Oh, you're
picture
fine.
here. Any questions? Anything we've done so far?
Nope.
Okay. So there's more than six methods here, but some of them I don't think you probably are familiar with. I'm not familiar with. Um, I also don't know if we're overcomplicating it. Like if you heat something up, you can sometimes separate the mixture. It doesn't really say in the lesson. So I guess we've got to use like these. So I would pick distillation, filtration, chromatography, evaporation, centrifugation, uh, and then I guess we need another one with, yeah, maybe threshing. I would have you look up each of those for this.
All right.
So just a brief explanation about how it can be used to separate mixtures.
I wrote something for distillation. Here we go.
Got here. All right, so that's good. Yeah, these are pure definitions. So if you think you got time, you can do one more for filtration. Otherwise, we can stop here. But you can see we'll need to do all of these. You probably can figure out filtration here before we're done.
Okay.
Right. It's probably going to have to hold off on this one till next time, or if you can drop in the chat real quick, I can copy it in.
Yeah, here we go. I just was right now editing it.
All right. Okay, good job. So we're going to stop with this one for today. Let me go ahead and get it copied in. So tomorrow we're doing I think 10 and 11 a.m. So we will get going on